There are going to be so many random events occurring in the world of GTA 6, and I can't wait to dive into it. If you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, I'll leave a little annotation in the top right for you to go and have a look at those. But in today's video, I'm going to be covering every little bit of detail that we could find in the leaked information surrounding real world events and things that we can interact with in the world of GTA 6. So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over all of those events that I've found within GTA 6. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first one that I actually wanted to go over was going to be a prison hitchhiker. So prison hitchhiker, that already confirms that we've got a prison somewhere in the map. But having someone that has potentially broken out of prison and they're trying to get away, and you have the ability to either pick them up and help them, or whether maybe they try and rob you, who knows, right, what that event will entail. But having the ability to interact and aid certain other criminals within the world, from prison breaks to just trying to escape the police, I think that will be really, really cool to see. And again, just makes everything feel super spontaneous, super real, and it's going to stop you from getting bored, right? Having all of these little side activities that you can go and do, or that just randomly happen as you're driving around the world of Vice City. So another thing that I've seen is protesters. We've seen a lot of protesters in the last few years within the actual real world, but it looks like Rockstar are planning on bringing protesters to the world of Grand Theft Auto. So going around, whether we see them protesting on the streets or whether we see them actually causing roadblocks, who knows to the extent of what Rockstar are planning on doing. But having some form of protesters and maybe adding some of Rockstar's crude humor to those protesters, I think will be super cool and a welcomed addition as well. I think adding these sort of things just again makes that world feel realistic, makes it feel alive. So this one I didn't quite understand, right? But I thought I'd add it anyway, and there is an event called Quick Questions. And Quick Questions entails that an NPC is going to be coming up to you and asking you some quick questions. So I don't know whether this is something that we're going to have the ability to interact with, or whether it is just sort of an event that occurs to us. But when it said quick questions, it actually mentioned things surrounding robbery or rob attempts. So maybe this is a certain type of NPC, maybe they're on drugs, or maybe they're stalking you, or whatever it may be. But the actions that are tied to it say, quick question, money, money loiterer, smoke, stalker, stalker loiterer, time, time rob, and time rob loiterer. So don't know what that entails, but maybe it is just a random attempt from an NPC trying to distract and rob you. Who knows? But to even have that sort of feature where you have the ability of, where the world has the ability to come up to you as you're walking down the street and attempt a robbery on you, and maybe that triggers a chase scene where you have to chase after them and they lead you into a trap. Who knows, right? There's endless possibilities for what that can entail, but I thought that was super cool, and I thought I'd definitely mention that one. The next one, or the next two, I'm actually sort of going to group together, and that is rabid dogs and rat infestations. So as we've been hearing, people have definitely been mentioning that there's going to be a lot more interactable buildings that we can enter, places that we can go into and see. So if you have certain, let's say, abandoned buildings or derelict buildings that you can go and explore in, maybe try and find collectibles, and you have rat infestations or you have rabid dogs, just makes those abandoned buildings feel realistic and feel like this could actually be a real place, right? In games where we explore certain areas like that, it's just a derelict sort of copy and paste building that you can't really enter, that you can't really go into. But definitely being able to enter those and having maybe homeless people, or maybe having rabid dogs and having rat infested certain areas of the map, I think again just adds another dynamic to the game, makes it feel realistic, makes it feel like this could actually be a place. So I've also seen reference to the Scarface Easter Egg, and this was originally in Vice City. So we had the bathroom where the chainsaw could be found within Vice City. Whether they're just bringing that back and paying homage to the original Vice City game and the Scarface era, or whether they're planning on doing another Scarface scene from the game. Who knows? I mean, Vice City was very, very based around Scarface. You know, Tommy Vercetti and the mansion and the drug dealing and all of it. It was just Scarface written all over. And that's not a bad thing, right? So how they're going to tie back to that Scarface Easter egg, I'm super excited to see, and I can't wait to try and find it. The next thing is Satanist House. So this could be in relation to like the cultists that we've seen before within Grand Theft Auto 5. Again, it's just another type of human or another type of NPC to be able to interact with, whether they are maybe like a gang or a group, but being able to explore certain areas of the map and maybe coming across a Satanist house where you've got some really crazy stuff going on will be maybe a cool little event to find and a cool little event to explore. The next one is a sea creature corpse. So whether this is going to be something that washes up on the shore or whether this is going to be something that we can find under the sea, who knows, right? But I know that they have definitely been adding a lot more detail to the sea and the sea physics, as well as making all of the underwater areas a lot more interactable and explorable. And this is information that we've been hearing a few times within the past. Whether there's any confirmation about that, we don't know, but we definitely have seen that it says sea creature corpse. So whether that is maybe an Easter egg that we can find underneath the sea, maybe a giant kraken or something like that, similar to the Easter eggs that we found within Grand Theft Auto 5. You know, we found the UFO and we also found the lost bunker. So again, whether it's going to be just some little cool Easter egg that we can find deep in the sea, who knows. Whether it will wash up on shore, again, we don't know. But it's just adding cool little details to the world for us to explore and to go and find. So the next one is self-injury. And the reason that I thought I'd mention this one is potentially it looks like that is going to be something that NPCs can do within the game. It says self-injury at certain locations. We've got the pier, the sea view, the train tracks, the trash pit, and the woods. So what detail they're going to add to that and what Rockstar are going to do with that, who knows, but I thought I'd mention it and bring it to you guys anyway. The next one is Skunk Ape, and I mentioned this within my Easter egg video a while back, but the Skunk Ape is supposedly going to be like the Bigfoot of Vice City. So again, a mythical creature side mission or hunting event that we can go and do, where we can go out into the wilderness and hunt down the Skunk Ape, which is the Bigfoot. I think that will be a cool little activity to perform. So the next one is a shark cage. So again, whether this is something that we can go and be in and the sharks swim around the shark cage, or whether this is something that we can see people doing and being in a shark cage and then maybe that shark cage going wrong. Who knows what the Rockstar have planned for that event, right? But I think that would be quite cool to see, right? To see people doing the shark cages and maybe something going wrong with that, or being able to actually go into a shark cage yourself. I just thought, again, as we've already spoken about the underwater and the water physics, that the shark cage could be a cool little event or thing that we can interact with. So the next one is Stalkers. So I've seen within the files that it says Stalker, Dancer's Apartment, Player Lockup, and Starlet Motel. So these are obviously locations that we're potentially going to experience a stalker event occurring. So whether this is just NPCs being stalked by other NPCs and causing some form of interaction occurring within the real world, I think just adds to the real world, makes it feel more alive. You can decide what you want to do against that person that's being stalked or against the person that's doing the stalking, right? Just adds another level of complexity to the world and allows you to make your own decisions as to what you want to do surrounding that. But I think seeing stalkers and seeing things like this happening just makes the world feel alive. And then finally, the last one is vehicles being stuck or races being broken down. I thought I'd group these two together, but we've seen that there are certain locations around the world that are going to be races that are broken down. So whether that is a side event that you can go and aid those other races, maybe there's a racing scene that we can get involved with, rather than just races, it's actually helping other fellow racers. And then you have vehicles stuck where people have broken down, or whether vehicles have got stuck in certain locations. So where it says stuck vehicle in the files, it's actually listed against sand, and it's also listed against the swamp. So whether that is people have been stuck or got stuck within those certain locations surrounding the map, but being able to maybe try and help them in some way, who knows, right? But just seeing that happening, it's another event occurring within the world that makes it feel realistic. You know, people are going to get stuck in those sort of locations. So what do you think of the list that I brought to you guys today? Do you think those events are going to be making the world in GTA 6 feel alive? Let me know down in the comments, what one is your favourite out of the ones that I've listed today? So thanks again for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell to be notified as soon as my videos go live. I'll be covering everything that I can about GTA 6 as soon as it comes out. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.